So at the minute we're just busy putting files around each of the different seats in the Gallowgate and Leazes end to hopefully formulate a display which will display 2 sets of text at both ends. And so one person's going along and basically putting the sheets on top of the seats, and the other person's going along and just putting the elastic band over the top to make sure it stays in position. There's a lot of discussion that goes backwards and forwards, and we tend to have like a lot of debate about what we're going to do. So it's probably been going on for a couple of weeks, but we actually ordered the files from Poland, so they take a little bit of time to get here, and they just arrived the other day. So it's been one of the first opportunities we could get to actually get in and get it done. We don't tend to have this many people. We normally have like maybe 5 or 10 or 20 at the very most, and that's everyone who's like pretty much in the group. Maybe a couple of extra helpers like here and there, like friends and family friends and stuff like that. But tonight we've had people from the foundation who've come in, and the young kids and that have come in to try and help out, and obviously adults that have been sort of looking after them. And I just general helpers. We've got like a set of match day helpers now in a separate WhatsApp group, and I know it probably seems a bit strange that we've got like separate groups, but we're just trying to keep the sort of chemistry and like make sure it doesn't get like a little bit too diverse and stuff. So it's been great to have all them people that have come on board and really muck in, and gradually as more people help, it'll just make these sort of displays a lot easier for us. It's 3 stands. We haven't done 3 stands before. The most we've done is 2, which has been in recent games as well. But this is definitely the biggest display we've done, so we've absolutely needed the manpower. It's been a massive help for us to have these people, because otherwise we probably wouldn't have been able to do it on time. So it's absolutely huge, and hopefully it comes to fruition tomorrow and it spurs the lads on. Like. We've got actually a very good working relationship with the club, to be honest, like, especially like the lads in the security. We get along with them really well, and you know, they come round and some of them occasionally help out and stuff like that. So like, massive thank you to them, massive thank you to the club for allowing us to do it and use the facilities just to do it all in-house as well, because otherwise if we're doing it away from here, there's a chance that you mess up some of the materials and cause some damages, and obviously that would have an additional cost as well. So it's massively important that the club give us the chance to do this. It's outstanding, really. Like it is, like, it really makes you, like, when you see the comments, you feel like a buzz. You sit there, like I seen it on my phone earlier, and I was like buzzing. I sent it to my mum and dad and that, and you feel like proud, because you feel like you're getting like the recognition. But I suppose it's not about recognition for us, really. It is nice, but like it's about supporting the team. So like, as long as everyone else comes into the stadium tomorrow with the same mentality of, come on, let's be the extra man, then if we get the result, then we've all done our bit, and the players will have done theirs as well. So it's all about just like being united, and I know that's cliche, like, but the more that we're united, the more likely we are to win games, and the more we are likely to win games, then we're all going to be happy, basically.
Been planning for weeks, but it's over the last few days we've been outlining everything, all the lettering and stuff like that. But tonight's been the main effort. There's been a few of us in since about 2 o'clock this afternoon. I got here at 4 personally, and then we've just had so much help from so many people, which has been fantastic. But it's been, the majority of the effort has been tonight, and I think a lot of people are tired. We don't do it for the praise, we just do it because we love doing it. We think it makes a difference to the atmosphere on match day. We hope it makes a difference to the players, but to actually hear it from the manager himself, like it's quite surreal as fans to hear, you know, your own manager talking about the work that you do. But it's not just the work that we do. I mean, we've seen tonight how many volunteers have been here to help put this together. It's just incredible. It's just a great thing, and yeah, long may it continue. The fact that we're covering 3 stands makes it absolutely massive. 20,000 files on seats in the Leazes and the Gallowgate. the flags in the East Stand, it's definitely the biggest we've gone for. We just hope it works, and we hope the East Stand join in with the hard work of the Leazes and the Gallowgate and get them flags waving, and we hope that those in the Leazes and the Gallowgate hold up the file that's on their seat and just reads out the messages that we've put out. It'll be great. We'll leave the Millburn alone for now, but we hope before the end of the season there'll be something that includes the whole stadium, and yeah, so the Millburn will get their chance. We're taking it stand by stand as it goes. We've always had a great relationship with people in the club. They really appreciate what we do, but we really appreciate what they let us do. You know, in terms of letting us come in here not when we want, but sort of, you know, just we give them notice as to what we'd like to do, and we just work with them from there. It's a great thing. We're so happy that they get behind it, and like I say, you saw from what Eddie Howe said today, we hope that resonates throughout the whole club, and long may that relationship continue as well, because it's just massive to us, it's massive to the fan base. And I think as well how far the Flags have gone in the since the takeover, I think it just proves that this is a completely different club now. The staff, everyone's up a height. It's just fantastic to be a part of at the minute. We genuinely get people coming up to us now who recognise us from doing the flags and the Gallowgate and stuff like that, saying that they come into the stadium now earlier just for the flags. Like, that's amazing. Like, it's absolutely class that you get that recognition, but also the fact that people want to contribute, because it makes the displays 10 times better. You know, the fact that we hope that people will be in their seats for tomorrow for the foil display and stuff like that, and we just, that's kind of what we rely on. We need that to happen. Without people being in their seats at kick-off, it just doesn't work. This is the first time we've tried something in the Leazes and the Gallowgate that requires people to be in their seats. We know it's a risk. We know some people get in late, and you know, a little section missing here and there might ruin one of the words, and it might look a bit dodgy. But we just, like I say, we just hope people get in the ground early, and we hope, you know, that sort of passion for the team at the minute, where people want to be in for kick-off, where it's not a chore going into the ground anymore. We hope that just works in our favour. The donations matter so much, because that's what pays for this. It's completely fan funded. It's the volunteers. Like tonight, we've worked very closely with the Newcastle United Foundation, who stumped up with loads of volunteers for us as well, which is just immense. It's just great having those relationships open now. You know, relationships that probably weren't open pre-takeover. It's just great that we're now in a situation to have those relationships and put things on like this, and just get people mobilised to do it. So people donating, they mean the absolute world to us, as do the volunteers, because without them we wouldn't be able to do it. We've got plans for the rest of the season. I think every game's covered as to what we want to do. Obviously, you know, performances on the pitch, if we're ever in a massive game, things might change. Let's say, you know, hopefully we continue to push away from the relegation zone, but let's say, God forbid, we get sucked back into it, then the display might change. But we've kind of planned out for the rest of the season a bit of a mixture, really, you know, sort of fun stuff, stuff going back to our history, which still means a massive amount to the fans, and then stuff that just gets people involved throughout the whole stadium. That's kind of what we want. Well, we want eventually the whole stadium to be involved every single game. So that's the plans. Next season we'll rethink, and we'll try and come up with new things, because it is difficult thinking of things to keep it fresh. But we're doing all right at the minute. We put a donation link on Twitter and social media quite often, and then anyone that wants to help us, has any ideas, just send us a DM on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, Instagram, and like I say, if you can donate anything you can afford. We definitely don't expect people to donate ridiculous amounts of money that they can't afford. Anything you can afford, put it in the pot, and it transforms this place on a match day, and that's what we really want. We've seen tonight that people volunteer. There'll always be opportunities for that as well, so just making yourself known, getting in touch with us, and then we go from there, and yeah, just make this continue to be hopefully one of the best things that's in St James's at the moment.